Hey guys, I decided to throw another video up today just to explain one of my hobbies. I have a lot of hobbies. I'm a hobbyist. Um, I collect hobbies. Too many hobbies. Try to narrow them down sometimes, and then I just fall back into them. They're all like positive, artsy type of hobbies, and I don't know. I just find pretty much everything fascinating and interesting. So I figured I'd throw a little video up about one of my hobbies. So this video is about lapidary, stone cutting and carving, and anything rock and stone. A little history about myself. I was a driller for 15 years here in Northern Ontario. All over Ontario I drilled, and parts of Manitoba as well. All the way from far down south in the Ottawa Valley, all the way up to Attawapiskat. If you don't know where Attawapiskat is, don't worry. But you should check it out on a map, and you'll go, wow, that's like way up there. I've also been up to Churchill, Manitoba, which is way up there in Manitoba. Cold, and yes, there are polar bears there. That's a thing. So, yeah, I figured I'd share a little bit about one of my hobbies, and this video is going to be about, as I said, lapidary. All throughout my house, I have stones and rocks from my trips and whatnot. And as a person who is a bit of an artist, I don't make money, so I can't really call myself an artist. I'm just artistic, I guess. I tinker with a lot of different mediums for art, and stonework happens to be the one that's really catching me right now. So with all of my collections of rocks and minerals that I've collected over the years, I figure, well, maybe it's time to actually sit down and start doing some actual carving and working and try and learning about these stones, learning how to use them in art. I know a lot about the actual minerals themselves and via work, but working with them with your hands is a completely different thing. So yeah, I got really interested in it. And this year I've really been pushing with the lapidary. So I set up a bit of a lapidary shop, or I'm setting up a bit of a lapidary shop in my basement. And I even renewed my prospecting license this year, and went to stake a claim not too far from Thunder Bay here, to pick up minerals and rocks and specimens to work with, and I lucked out. Well, I mean, I did a lot of research before I chose that particular property, but as I was looking for one particular mineral, which was graphite, I stumbled across a bunch of this. Yeah, it's a rock. Yeah, okay. This particular type of rock is known as a schist, and in it is gemstones. You're probably not going to be able to see any of it, but inside this is riddled with garnets. They're small garnets. This piece over here is a little bit better. They're very small garnets in this piece, but I have found others. These ones just happen to be sitting by my computer here. I'll just kind of hold that up. And if you can see all the weird little bumps kind of by my thumb here, this is right there, all throughout the entire piece here. Cleaned up, these are actually red garnets. They're red because the iron content in the area adds to their, or lends to the coloring of the garnet as it forms. I'm going to be looking for green garnet. So I gotta kind of find coppery veins to be and hopefully I'll find some green garnet. Thunder Bay also has an abundance of amethyst. So if there's any amethyst enthusiasts or people who really enjoy amethyst and are planning a trip, Thunder Bay, big time amethyst place. Amethyst mines all over the place. Maybe not so much in the rest of the world, but like up here, it's kind of so common that we'll even use it as siding for our houses. That's a thing. We just like riddle the front of our houses with amethyst and like use it as paving stones and stuff like that. A lot of people are like amazed by that. They're like, "Wow, that's a gemstone." It's like, yeah, it's a rock. Up here, it's pretty common. Hey, look, hunk of amethyst. Just a little guy here, single crystal. Yep, that's a big hunk of really dark purple ami. They're kind of all over the place. So, with working with in lapidary, which seems to be a dying art, which is sad, but I really enjoy it. I find a lot of challenges. I started off doing everything by hand, which I get a particular satisfaction out of, but it takes forever to complete a piece. I have an example over here. I'll just kind of keep walking around a little bit for a moment. Here we go. So, completely faceted, which is the angles on a gem. This was done by hand, the faceting. This is tiger's eye. Okay, and yeah, I understand. This is not. This is a stick. But because the piece is very small, I need to daub it onto something to work with it. There are 17 facets, 17 angles on this stone that I'm currently cutting and polishing for a ring I will be making for myself in the very near future. And I'm certain I'll do a video on it. But yeah, so tiger's eye, pretty. Example of a handmade piece. Another hand piece I've just kind of been playing with is that first stone I showed you with the schist, and I said that it's riddled with garnets. You really couldn't see anything. I cut a piece out a while back and cleaned it up and kind of polished it down, so you're able to see inside. And I'll just kind of, you see all the red inside there? Those are little garnets. So this is a piece of that schist from that cut from that piece that I was holding initially. I just cut it on a fun angle to play around with it. But if I can avoid the glares, you can see all the red in there. Those are garnets, just riddled with garnets. That was a very fun find. So yeah, I've got like a box of like 200 garnets that I pulled out. Really fun. We're gonna go down, and I'm gonna quickly show you for the next minute. In the depths of my basement. Here we go. Yeah, I gotta do a little dodging. I'm really tall, so I have to duck when I come down to my basement. I set up a bit of a lapidary shop to work with this, and I'm setting up because I like literally just put this together a couple days ago. So here I have a lapidary wheel, homemade, because I'm frugal, and lapidary wheels are really expensive. Yeah, it works though, so that's great. A wet saw here. There we go. For cutting pieces and getting them proportioned. And then just additional grinding tool. There's stones riddled everywhere and files riddled everywhere because I do a lot of stuff by hand. Here's a piece. Example, currently working on a present for a friend of mine. I just cut this out today and started the handwork on it. It will be a Celtic knotted cross. I hope it turns out. I'll give you guys an update about that later. But it's for a friend. Christmas is coming shortly, a month away. Literally one month away from the date of this video. So yeah, that's one of my hobbies, is lapidary and working with stones and gems and jewelry. And yeah, so that's a bit more about me, your friend Joe. Tell me something about you guys. Are you guys artists? If you are, what medium do you use, or mediums do you use? And get back to me in the comments down below. Okay, till then, peace out, guys.